Hey, how's it going guys? Welcome back for another TOS video. Guys, so this is going to be card review for Kurapika, as well as one of the small Hisoka, yeah, right? This clown right at the back here. Right, so before we start with Kurapika's card review, right, we're going to talk about his Nan power. Right, we did talk about Nan power in Gon and Killua's card review. Right, so let's continue with Kurapika's Nan power, which is in. Right, so by tapping the Dragonic Compulsion Craft before you start a turn for 1 round, damage dealt by the leader, right, will disregard enemy's defense. Right, so this is going to consume 50% of the Dragonic Compulsion Craft, right, and then condition is to have Kurapika pre or post transformation at Amelioration 4 or Hisoka, right, Amelioration 4 as leader. Right, so Hisoka is one of the non-jackpot cards, right, apparently that have Nan power as well. Right, so not all cards have Nan power. Right, so I think Hisoka is one of the special non-jackpot cards that actually have Nan power. Right, so very interesting there. Right, so let's move on. Let's focus more on Kurapika in this video. Alright, so Kurapika here is a light human. So we are having another light human. Right, we did have one new light human not too long ago, Faraday. Right, so Kurapika is going to join in the light human playstyle, right, and then CD8 upon entering his transformation form, turns all runestones into human runestones. Right, so this is going to assist us in some sort of damage amplification, right, cause dissolving human runestones actually improves the damage output as well. Right, so let's take a look at his leader skill. So upon transformation, he will become Scarlet Eyes Kurapika. Right, so leader skill, when team consists of only humans, attack times 3.6, and if it's light humans, attack times 4. Right, so if you want to kind of make use of his leader skill to the maximum, right, I suggest you guys to go for mono light setup. Right, unless there is like some sort of 20 hit shield and stuff like that, maybe you want to throw in like a Kim from the King of Fighters series, right, and then Kim will have 3.6 times multiplier instead. On top of that, extend runestone movement time regardless by 1 second. Right, note regardless. Right, so if you run into a 2-second movement time, enemy, right, you're gonna have 1 second additional. Right, if it's leader ally Kurapika, this is gonna be 2 seconds. Right, so very good rune extension there. Right, so on top of that, by dissolving human runestones, damage received minus 15%. Right, so 15% here is just one leader skill. Right, so superimpose, you're gonna get pretty much like a permanent damage reduction of 30%. Right, so pretty good, right, since human have very little HP. So that's kind of a playstyle that we're looking at now. Right, times 4 multiplier as well as 30% damage reduction. Right, so let's take a look at his active skill. Right, so its active skill, Dowsing Chain, EP6 and EP10 respectively. Right, so EP6, monster attack times 4, so it's kind of amplification again, right? So we do have a lot of monster that amplifies his personal attack by, you know, X times, right? For example, we have Alpha, right, the Machina series, as well as Lino, the light Lino, and we have one more, I can't really think of it right now. Right, so anyways, its damage will overpower the enemy. Right, so basically what it's saying here, regardless of what attribute the monster is, it's gonna be times 1.5 or times 2 damage. Right, so be it water, fire, earth, light and dark. So the skill stays in play until a group of 6 or more light is being dissolved. So basically what you want to do here is to do a set of 3-3-3 kind of dissolve, right? Try not to do full attacks. Only the first batch of runestones will be counted. So if you activate like Faraday kind of active skill, right, sky drop one batch of light runes, right, that's not gonna count. Right, so you can actually use that to amplify Kurapika's damage, right, because it times 4. Right, so let's go amplify the damage. Right, so let's take a look at EP10. So EP10 for 2 rounds, 20% of team HP will be deducted at the beginning of each round. Team attack times 2. Extend rune movement time to 25 seconds. So we have another Yogg-Sothoth here. Right, so monster's active skill will not be locked. So here we have kind of a non-active skill lock for light attribute, right, finally, as well as 25-second movement time. So his EP10 skill is actually very interesting, right? And then let's continue. When 2 or more monsters of Hunter x Hunter is in the team, right, basically you fulfill this really if you are playing dual Kurapika, right, leader ally, there's 2 or more Hunter x Hunter in the team. Restore all runestones to normal state upon skill activation. Right, so this is very similar to the Blood Fiends, right, the Virtual Rebirth Blood Fiends, which is Elizabeth, Jackie and Belle. Right, so normal state means that it's gonna be whatever enchanted runes you have on the board is gonna be non-enchanted, right? So this is gonna be one of the downside to this active skill. So normal state is gonna remove, like, you know, weathered runes, frozen runes and stuff like that, right? So the downside is no enchanted runes for this active skill upon activation. Right, so overall, I think Kurapika is gonna be very, very useful as well, right? A very good addition to the light human playstyle. Right, so we are not done with Kurapika because we do have a team skill for him as well. Right, so the team skill of Kurapika, you can see here we have team skill 1 and team skill 2, not as many as Gon and Killua, right? But it's still pretty OP nonetheless. Right, so team skill 1, let's take a look. Change the leader skill to whatever, EX, right? So on top of that, turn all light runes touch while moving into enchanted human runestones. Right, so it's very, very similar to Ophiuchus, right? It's inherited from the Ophiuchus playstyle. Right, so light runes touch is going to be light enchanted human runes, right? So that assists us in damage amplification as well as the damage reduction, as we see earlier in the leader skill of Kurapika. Right, so the more step move while moving, the higher the team attack to the max times 3 additionally for 25 steps. So evidently this is Ophiuchus playstyle. Right, so team skill 2, change leader skill to EX as well. Or basically it's the same thing. Alright, so one is the non-transformation, I guess. One is the non-transformation, one is the post-transformation. Right, so overall this is gonna be the team skill for Kurapika. So overall, if you calculate its overall this multiplier, it's actually pretty high. Right, so I can't wait to test this out. So this is gonna force Arthur into the corner, I guess. Faraday was a very, very good competitor to Arthur, right? Almost outmatching this Arthur playstyle. Right, so Kurapika is going to come in and compete with Faraday as well. Right, we'll see how this goes once this card is released in the game. Right, so overall, I think this is going to be a not so powerful version of Gon and Killua. Right, but nonetheless, this is a totally different playstyle, so I'm not going to compare Kurapika with Gon and Killua. Right, so I will still rate this as the 3rd jackpot card out of the 3. Right, so nonetheless, this is a very, very good card to collect. Right, so in fact, all 3 jackpot cards is very, very strong, right, in this collaboration. So it's pretty much like Prologue of the Universe, whereby Groth, Dowloth and Azathoth, all 3 cards are super OP. Right, so this is the scenario as well, where all 3 cards are very, very strong. So I suggest you guys to go draw them as well. Right, so overall, this is going to be card review for Kurapika. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. So if you guys enjoy it, do give it a like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.